Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my husband's adult daughter move back in after she stole from us? I, 39F, have been married to my husband Mark, 44M, for 9 years. He has one daughter from a previous relationship, Lily, now 23F. When Mark and I first moved in together, Lily was 16 and already struggling with acting out, lying, sneaking out, manipulating, all the classic rebellious teen things. I did my best to bond with her, support her, and not overstep, because I knew I wasn't trying to replace her mom. But nothing I did ever felt good enough for her. She made it clear she hated me, hated the rules, and hated that her father wasn't letting her run wild. Things escalated quickly when she turned 18 and moved out. But not before doing real damage. 2 months before she left, things in our home started going missing. First it was cash, a couple hundred here and there. Then Mark's watch disappeared. Then my grandmother's ring, which had huge sentimental value. Then laptops. Then 2 of our credit cards, which she later used to order clothes and electronics. When confronted, she denied everything with crocodile tears. When we found her fingerprints on the stolen laptop, she called us paranoid psychos. When we confronted her with bank statements showing charges that traced back to her IP address, she screamed that we were ruining her life and stormed out. Mark was devastated but refused to press charges. He told her she needed to leave until she could get her life together, and she left calling me a gold-digging snake for turning him against his own daughter. She blocked us both, and for 3 years we barely heard from her. Meanwhile, Mark and I spent months rebuilding trust, not just with her, but with each other. Because the truth is, her betrayal tore us apart for a while. We locked up our valuables, installed cameras, and Mark went through a period of deep guilt about his parenting. It took a long time to feel safe again. Last week, out of nowhere, Lily called. She was crying, saying her boyfriend kicked her out and she was practically homeless. She said she didn't want to ask, but didn't know where else to go. Mark immediately softened. I could see the guilt flicker back into his eyes, that I need to save her instinct he never fully let go of. He asked me privately if Lily could come stay with us just for a couple of weeks. I told him no. Not yelling, not dramatic, just a calm, firm no. He stared at me like I'd slapped him. I reminded him of everything that happened, the theft, the lies, the manipulation, the months we spent repairing the damage she caused. I told him I wasn't willing to open our home, our safe place, to someone who had proven multiple times that she had no respect for us or our belongings. I told him that love doesn't erase consequences. He said she's changed. He said she's older now. He said she needs us. I asked him one question: has she apologized? He went silent. Because no, she hasn't. She didn't even acknowledge what she did. She asked for help like none of it happened, like she was entitled to walk back into our lives as if she didn't shatter trust. When he realized I wasn't budging, he accused me of holding a grudge and making him choose between his wife and his daughter. I told him he didn't have to choose. Lily is welcome at family dinners, holidays, phone calls, therapy sessions, anywhere but inside our home. I told him I refused to live under the same roof with someone who stole from me and never once expressed remorse. He went to pick her up anyway, not to bring her home, but to pay for a motel for the week. But when Lily found out I said no, she texted me a long message calling me a controlling bitch, saying I ruined her family twice. She ended the text with, "Don't worry, I'll remember this when Dad realizes who you are." When I showed Mark the message, he didn't say anything for a long time. Finally, he whispered, "She hasn't changed at all." He looked defeated, torn between love and reality. Now he's depressed and quiet, and his family is calling me heartless for turning my back on his child. They say family always helps family. But to me, helping doesn't mean sacrificing your mental stability for someone who hasn't even acknowledged the pain they caused. I don't hate Lily. I hope she gets help. I hope she heals whatever part of herself makes her lash out at everyone who tries to love her. But I refuse to let her destroy the peace in my home again. I refuse to let her treat our belongings, and our trust, like they're disposable. So here I am, asking the world, am I the a-hole for refusing to let my husband's adult daughter move back in after everything she did, even though she's in a tough spot now? Or is protecting my home not cruelty, but basic self-respect?